Good morning. It's Thursday, the 8th of June. Still raining, but I've had some picture frames turn up. I said when I received some I'd do a quick blog on framing the pictures I've done. Decided to go for the small ones first, get the small ones out of the road. So time to undo it. At back there's like tags that you have to undo all the way along. So you can get this card out, and there's one somewhere that's it's there, it's down, and to get the plastic out need to lift that tag up there. Now the plastic has a film cover on, so the first job is to take that off. If I can get my fingers in. It's that normal sticky type. That normal sticky type blue plastic. And it has it on both sides. So I'll need to take this side off as well. I find this side comes off a lot easier. So then we got the clear plastic. And fit that in like that. So I can get rid of this plastic. The picture I'm going to frame today is that one I showed you the other day, or the other week, about the coastal scene. So I need to fit it in. This is where I find out if my measurements are wrong, and they are not. Fits in quite nicely. Then you have to put the card back on. Right, back again. Sorry about that. The battery went. So like I said, it's got the picture in. Now you have to press each of these black holders, if you like, nodules, whatever you want to call them, noggins, back down. Making sure you put enough pressure on all the way round. Take that off for the moment, because we don't need them at the moment. It's the thing. So actually now the picture is mounted. But what I've seen is a good idea is to seal up these gaps all the way round. And to do that, use a type of masking tape. So what you have to do, put across the top there. Make sure it's pressed down there. With a sharp standing knife, cut it off. Trim this edge down here that you can't see. And then what you have to do, I'll move it down a bit. In fact, it'd be better if I moved it round that way. Where the edge of the frame is, hold it, and all you do is just cut down from one end of the frame to the other. like that. Then carefully press it over, and with your nail just press it in, and then obviously press it down. Doesn't matter if there's a few creases in it because it's on back of the frame, so it won't be seen. Just adds a bit more strength to it. Then you go onto the next side. Try to get as much to the close to the edge of the frame as possible. If you do overlap a bit, obviously you can get the standing knife cut down. Then trim up that edge there. Then again, slice down, same at this end, then gently with your finger just bend it over, try to get into that crease as much as possible. Like that. I'm going to show you me doing the other two sides. I'll come back once I've done them. Right, all framed up. So any air bubbles, just go over them. I'm going to move this way a bit so you can see what I'm doing next. Next thing, you have to fit the hangers on. Now, it says to take it roughly a third way down. So you measure up roughly a third way down. First thing to do is check to see if you've got it the right way up. Obviously I want the top up there. And luckily I have got it the right way up. Obviously just double check. You don't want to be putting the hangers on to find out it's upside down. Yeah, it's right way up. Right, this is the fun bit. Because they say, the ones I've read say measure down and you want to go roughly a third of the way up. Well, that's just above 15 inch. So if I go 5 inch, let's put a mark on. So again, this side. Oops. Stay still, damn you. 5 inch. Then the next thing you got to do is attach them to there. All because you made a mark. Where's my bradle? Position it up. Halfway along, just make it small hole. Enough for the screw to start getting a grip. Well, I practiced this once before and it went ever so smoothly. Trust it to be on video. Like that. So that's one on. This side of here, find your mark, little hole, and it's on like that. So I now framed up the picture, put the hangers on. Now we have to put some cord on. Some like this company give you cord, other places give you like wire. I've done this before, so I just usually take it round twice just to hold it. Place like that. Tight with a normal knot. Make sure you pull tight. And obviously the excess thing you want to cut off. So that's the first one on. Come round here again. Round twice, start pulling it. Now a lot of people would think you pull it right tight. You don't, you have to leave a little loop. And when I say a little loop, I mean a little loop. Something like that. So just make sure I'm happy with that. Yeah. Actually, that's probably a bit too long, but it'll do. Then tie it round again. Pull it tight. Then cut, tape off. So then, eventually, if I move the camera up a bit, like that. Got the picture framed. That is actually too long there. So what I'm going to do, oh, there's nothing I can do about it. I could change it for the card again. Yeah, I'm going to change it for the cord. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that, I wasn't too happy, but that's a bit better now. Right, hanging. You can buy picture hooks. There's two types. One that has two nail holders in, and obviously one that has one nail holder in. These are special nails made to go through plaster. So if I just pop that in there, so they go through, oops, dropped it, like that, at an angle. Or if you're a bit worried, you can always widen the hole a bit with a drill and drill it. But all because this is a bit of a weight, I'm going to use the two holder one. So now it's relocation to where I'm going to put it, and we'll put it up, see what it looks like. Right, where I want it to go is this here. This is the stairway up there, so I want it to go into this board here. First thing you need to know is the size, that size there, because you want it the hook roughly halfway. You need to know that size there, because you want the picture roughly being central. I've already worked all this out. So once you know that size, you know the size of your picture frame, take that away from the full size, divide it by half, and that'll give you centre point. Except you need to add a bit, because your hook, where the wire is actually below the picture frame. You know the loop? It did work out 9.5 inches from top there to there, but then I have to add another 2 inch to take effect. So that's where the bottom of the hook wants to be. Like, I can show you that. Now this is where it gets complicated, because I've got to hold that to there. Sorry about my back. And hammer that in. Try to get it central. Doesn't matter if it's going to be a bit out, as long as it's roughly central. Try to get level before putting the next one in. That was about level. Bit skewy, but it'll do. So next job is to pick up the picture. Whoops, it's come untied. I have to retie it, just be a sec. Right, that's redone. So, can't find the string. And there you are. It's a bit cockeyed, so just move it a bit. There you are, hung. It's roughly central. I'm happy with that, but that's what I said, then the wall goes up like that. I don't look too bad, that. I've got 2 others framed up. This was just a pre-made thing because it's a standard size. It's like a name, origins of the name. That's going to go up there, and then what I've got here is that one there, and that's going to go up over the wine rack there. Right, back in a sec. Got sweat on. Got sweat on. Even though it's raining, it's very warm. But once I got the picture frames, I'd show you the complete project. It's not the picture that I did. I've decided to leave the two big ones that I've done, because obviously with them being bigger, it's more expensive frames, etc. So I thought, get the 3 small ones done. Cup of coffee. Right. Obviously, I've said about putting pictures up. So, obviously, I feel obligated to talk about health and safety. The place I put that picture, I know there's no wiring, pipes or anything down there. I know that. Because there's no sockets anywhere near it, there's no water anywhere near it, there's no gas or anything like that anywhere near it. If you're going to start putting lots of pictures up, you need a stud wall detector. This is a piece of equipment that when you go over the wall, for example, that wall there that I'm talked about, you can't see it because it's behind the settee, but directly where that line is there, there's a socket, electrical outlet. Now, I don't know if I can't remember if the wiring runs vertical or horizontal. So I'm going to have to invest in a stud wall detector. Simple reason being, we run on 240 volts in UK. Last thing you want to be doing is putting a nail through the live wire. If I did that, there'll be a few swear words and probably I'd be thrown across the room. Also, if you've got gas behind, hammer it in could create a spark, in which case, boom. Or if you only punctured it and it was a small leak, going to work, coming home, you switch on the light and boom. It wouldn't just take out your house, it'd probably take out the neighbour's house as well. I know there's no water pipes down there, but let's say there was a water pipe down there. Last thing you want to do is be driving a nail through a water pipe. Especially, I mean, I haven't got a header tank anymore, but if you've got a header tank, you can guess how much water will come out. You know, a cistern, big tank, water tank, usually for hot water, scalding hot water coming out. You have to turn off the cold water stop tap and wait till it's all drained out. By that time you could end up with ½ an inch of water all the way through the lower house. You've got to be careful. Got to be careful. But yes, that's 2 jigsaws done and framed, ready. Can't put that one up that I showed you with all the goods on, because where I'm going to put that, I know there's electrical conduits and I will need that. That one name frame is going up there. Again, can't put it up until I've got a stud wall detector. But yes, a little job done, and it took relatively little time. Like I says, the frames I bought were from eframe.com, or is it eframe.co.uk? I can't remember. eFrame. They do standard sizes such as A3, A4 and stuff like that, or they do custom made size, which is obviously I've had to buy for the jigsaw puzzle. Ordering it custom size you think would be more expensive. Actually, yeah, it's a bit more expensive, but not all that much more expensive. So I'm quite happy with them. But they came yesterday, so I thought, why not? Get them framed up. And I thought, while I'm doing it, I said I was going to do the big one, but I thought, while I'm doing it, I'll show you the process and what they look like. Rightio then. That's it for now. Bye.